Joy here on a Saturday. Andrew and I are Saturday warriors.
Hi.
We just.
Look on this side so you can
Oh,
see
you are? Okay, good. We just totally crushed it. And so it is.
crushed us. I'm not sure which.
Oh, wow. Look, I think it's, I think I touched the camera. Hold on. It was all foggy.
If I did that with my shirt, it would look like you were underwater.
Hey, so you know what happens after a good workout? It comes sweat thoughts. See, I'm so sweaty, I can't even say sweat thoughts. He doesn't know what I'm thinking. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I never do.
So, and I jump tracks all the time, which makes it really challenging for him. Now, what I wanted to talk today about was a little thing called motivation and how to find it. Hey, Jamie. So, this week I'm reading a book called The 5-Second Rule. I think I've shared a little bit on our page about what I'm learning. And I love it because it's all rooted in like cognitive psychology, which was my major in college way many years ago. And it's cognitive psych is like how we process information. And anyway, so basically what I was reminded of, hey, Jamie, I was reminded that, you know, the amygdala, the dinosaur part of our brain that is responsible.
Lizard brain, right?
The lizard brain. That's what Seth Godin calls it, the lizard brain. It's basically responsible for survival, reproduction.
Our dog is eating flies.
That's disgusting. Reproduction, safety, like fight or flight, all of that is in your amygdala. And your amygdala is responsible for like keeping life safe, and the amygdala hates for you to try something new. And the analogy that the author of the 5-Second Rule, Mel Robbins, used was that anytime, like your brain basically loves routine. It loves the status quo. It loves for you to be safe. So anytime you try something new, whether that's a new workout routine or a new meal plan, like I'm such a creature of habit when it comes to even food. I don't know why. I could eat the same thing like every week. Just ask him. He's like, don't you want to mix it up? And I'm like, no, not really. Your brain, for the most part, loves the status quo. It loves routine. It loves autopilot. You know, like when you are driving your car home and you pull in the driveway and you're like, how the heck did I just get home? That's your brain on autopilot. And your brain loves to be on autopilot. So every time you try something new, including like wanting to change your lifestyle, wanting to get healthier, wanting to exercise or change your nutrition or join that fitness group or whatever, your brain literally pulls the emergency brake and says, no.
It represents risk, and it is literally designed to make you be risk avoidant.
Your brain literally shuts you down anytime you try something new, including all those like, bad habits that you want to break. Your brain wants you to just sit on the couch and watch TV because your brain feels like that's a comfort zone, that you're not going to get hurt that way. Like you're just on autopilot. It's safe. And so the thing that kills me is that people are like, oh, I need to find motivation to get started. I just can't seem to find the motivation to get started. Well, you know why? Because your brain is pulling the emergency brake. Every time you think, oh, I should really start exercising, or I should lose 10 or 15 pounds, or really I need to like change my diet and get my cholesterol down. Your brain goes, no, that's change. You can't do that. It literally shuts you down. And the more you think about it, the more that part of your brain wins. The more that part of your brain is like, no, like you're good, you're safe, like nothing's bad here, like you just keep moving in your status quo. I like autopilot. And so motivation is an absolute myth. It doesn't exist. You're never going to feel like it, ever. I didn't feel like doing it today. I mean, I did it, I wanted to get it done, but I didn't feel like,
I feel like it. This I feel like. Other stuff that I don't want to do, you're right. You never feel like it.
You're never going to feel like it. So, newsflash, motivation is a myth. And so, if you're looking to feel motivated, guess what? Your brain is working against you. It's shutting you down. It's saying, no, you just stay on autopilot. And that's why you have trouble getting started. What you need is a bias toward action.
Yep.
You need a bias toward action. And so, the more you think about it, the more resistant you will be to doing it. If you think, I need to make some changes in my life, you need to act as quickly as possible. And that's what this book is teaching us. Simply count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take action. And as ridiculous as that sounds, it turns off the part of your brain that shuts you off. It turns off the emergency brake, and it turns on the other part of your brain that launches you into actual action. And so motivation is a myth. You gotta actually put some tools in your life to realize that your brain is actually wired to work against you. You will never feel like it. And instead, you need to surround yourself with people who are going to help you have a bias toward action. Anything else you want to add to that?
I do, actually, because I'm reading another book that I will put the title in the comments below, because the title does not fit the book and it's not safe for TV. But it's also on, ironically, and I didn't know this when I started reading it, it's also
wait, I have to put a disclaimer there. Please message us for the title of the book, because I don't want it on our page.
The title of the book is not actually, it's spelled out, it's acronymed out.
I know, so. I just don't like it, but anyway.
But one of the ones that they say, that he says in there, he gives 9 different affirmations to go through, and it's very similar line to what Joy's been reading in 5 Second Rule. But one of them is, stop saying I'm ready and start saying I'm willing. Because because you're ready to do something does not mean you're actually going to start doing it. I'm ready to lose 20 pounds. Okay, but are you willing to do what it takes to lose 20 pounds? I'm ready to get out of debt. Okay, but are you willing to do what it takes to get out of debt? I'm ready to have a better relationship with my spouse. Okay, but are you willing to do what it takes to have a better relationship with your spouse? So switch your verbiage. In fact, for all of my invitations from now, I'm not going to ask who's ready. I'm going to ask who's willing to get that in there. And that's one of the 7 that I've read so far. But it's that same thing. And if you really start to think about how many of your thoughts that go through your head every single day, you have no control over. It's something like 90 to 85% of the thoughts that go on every day are not truly conscious thoughts. And those thoughts are what's driving what you do every day. I need to drive home. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Came out of nowhere, haven't sneezed all day. There it is. But anyways, that was the big one for me. So everything you just said on there, the lack of motivation, everything else, just switch your vocabulary. Decide you're willing to do it. That way, no matter what comes in your way, you've already made that decision. You are willing to experience it. You're willing to get through it. And then just take the action to get through it.
I think that's cool. It puts you in a posture of a bias toward action. Right. Because you already have made the decision, yes, exactly. I am willing. And then you can use the countdown rule just to launch you into doing whatever it is you said you were already willing to do. So anyway, just wanted to share that little nugget with you, because I think it's super, super important, because I've had actually a lot of conversations this week with people who want to make changes in their life, but they are like waiting for this magic moment where they just feel this like pixie dust euphoria over like doing it. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Like, you just gotta launch yourself into action.
Figure out a way to hijack people's phones when we're having those conversations so that their front light comes on.
Can you imagine? The light comes on and it's like,
hey, here's your sign. Here's your
sign. That'd be so funny. I wish I could figure that out.
Oh, I'm sure someone has.
Hey, Ruth. So anyway, that's it. We just want to tell you guys we love you, and that go put yourself in a posture of taking action today. All right? All right.
Bye.
Bye.